Let me ask you something. Have you ever fallen for a woman who at first seemed like the best thing that ever happened to you, only to realize later that she was slowly draining your peace, your confidence, and even your sense of who you are? Maybe she was charming, beautiful, and exciting at first. You thought, this is it. I've finally found her. But over time, little red flags started appearing. A cutting remark here, an unexplained disappearance there, small tests of your patience that became bigger over time. By the time you saw her true colors, you were already emotionally invested, maybe even trapped. Gentlemen, this video could save you from that pain. Today I'm going to share 8 powerful signs and tests, inspired by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, that every man should use to protect himself before a woman destroys his peace. Stick with me until the very end, because one of these tests is so subtle that most men miss it completely, and it's the one that often saves you from heartbreak. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and watch this video all the way through, because what you're about to hear might completely change your love life, and maybe even save it. Test number 1, the patience test. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind and not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." One of the most revealing ways to know a woman's true character is to see how she handles situations when things aren't going her way. Here's the story. My friend Adam met a woman who seemed perfect. Smart, funny, gorgeous. They went on a few dates and everything felt easy. But one evening, while at a restaurant, their food was delayed. 10 minutes turned into 20, and Adam expected maybe mild annoyance. Instead, she exploded, snapping at the waiter, rolling her eyes, making sarcastic comments so loud that people at other tables stared. In that moment, Adam realized something. If she couldn't handle a minor inconvenience without losing composure, how would she react when life threw real challenges at them? A patient woman knows how to regulate her emotions. An impatient one will drag you into chaos. So here's your test. Create a harmless delay or small inconvenience. See how she reacts. Is she calm, understanding, or does she unleash unnecessary drama? Test number 2, the respect in absence test. Seneca said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." Respect isn't just about how she treats you when you're there. It's also about how she speaks of you when you're not. A man I knew once dated a woman who was affectionate in private, but cold when they were with friends. Worse, she would make little jokes at his expense in front of others, things she knew would embarrass him. When he confronted her, she dismissed it as just teasing. A Stoic man understands that the way someone treats you in your absence reveals their real feelings. So watch how she talks about you to friends or family. Does she defend you, support you, speak with pride, or does she belittle you even in subtle ways? The truth comes out when she doesn't think you're listening. Test number 3, the self-control test. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." If a woman cannot control her impulses, she can destroy not only herself but everyone close to her. Here's a lesson from a man named David. He was deeply in love with a woman who was wild and exciting. She drank heavily, partied hard, and spent money like there was no tomorrow. At first, it was intoxicating, until David found himself covering her debts, bailing her out of awkward situations, and watching her charm dissolve into recklessness. Your test here is simple. Observe how she reacts when temptation is present. Whether it's money, alcohol, attention from other men, does she know her limits? Or does she dive headfirst without thinking of consequences? A woman who cannot govern herself will eventually create storms you'll be forced to survive. Test number 4, the disagreement test. Seneca warned, "Anger, if not restrained, is more hurtful to the one who feels it than to the one who causes it." Disagreements are inevitable. The real question is, does she fight to solve the problem or does she fight to win? A man I met while traveling told me about the first serious argument he had with his girlfriend. It wasn't even over something big, just a misunderstanding about weekend plans. But instead of discussing it, she went silent for 3 days, refused to pick up his calls, and posted cryptic quotes online. That's when he realized she didn't know how to disagree without causing damage. A healthy partner argues to find a solution. A destructive one argues to hurt you. Your test: disagree with her respectfully about something small. Watch if she listens, tries to understand, or immediately goes into attack mode. Test number 5, the values test. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on aligning with nature, living according to principles. If your values and hers are fundamentally different, conflict is inevitable. One man I knew, a calm and disciplined Stoic himself, fell for a woman who valued status and luxury above all. She judged people based on what they wore, what car they drove, and where they vacationed. At first he tolerated it, telling himself it was just her personality. But slowly, he realized every decision in their relationship revolved around appearance, not substance. The test: discuss your future goals, beliefs, and priorities. Listen for alignment or lack of it. If she's chasing a life that contradicts your deepest values, it's only a matter of time before she pulls you off your path. Test number 6, the empathy test. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. A woman without empathy will eventually make you feel unseen and unheard." Test her kindness, not just toward you, but toward strangers, animals, and people who can do nothing for her. I knew a man who watched his date snap her fingers at a waitress without making eye contact. She didn't even say thank you when served. He told me that tiny moment told him more than months of conversation ever could. Empathy can't be faked long-term. Pay attention to the little ways she treats those around her. They'll eventually be the ways she treats you. Test number 7, the loyalty under pressure test. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that people would betray and hurt him, and that he must still keep his own integrity. If you want to know a woman's loyalty, watch her when you're at your lowest. One man lost his job unexpectedly. His girlfriend, who had always enjoyed the perks of his high income, became distant. Instead of supporting him, she began complaining about how different things felt without money to spend. Within weeks, she was gone and with someone else. Your test: share a problem you're facing, maybe even a small financial setback or personal struggle. Does she lean in and help, or does she pull away looking for the next opportunity? Test number 8, the silence test, the most overlooked one. Seneca believed that it is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Silence is a powerful space, and some people can't stand it. A destructive partner often needs constant drama, attention, or noise to feel alive. If you're quiet for a while, they'll stir up trouble just to fill the void. One man I know intentionally spent an entire weekend with his girlfriend without his phone, television, or outside distractions, just them. Within hours, she became irritable, restless, and started nitpicking tiny things just to create conflict. That's when he realized her happiness depended on constant stimulation, not genuine connection. Your test: spend quiet, unplanned time together. See if she enjoys the peace or tries to escape it. Men, the purpose of these tests is not to catch someone, but to protect yourself. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca both remind us that we can't control others, only our choices. By observing with patience and clarity, you give yourself the power to choose a partner who builds your life, not burns it down. The right woman will pass these tests not because she's trying to, but because her character naturally aligns with them. The wrong one will reveal herself quickly if you're paying attention. So take these lessons seriously. They might save you years of pain, wasted energy, and a broken spirit. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.